Hello, everybody. I'm doing another commentary, and it's going to be a non-political one today because I think regardless of where you are on the political spectrum, whether you're on the left or the right, I think we can all agree that in the year 2026, that the internet sucks. It sucks donkey balls. And since the start of the year, I have nearly halved my internet usage, and I couldn't feel more satisfied. And this is coming from somebody who used to live on the internet. I had a crippling internet and YouTube addiction, and 2025 and 2026 was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, now the internet is inundated with AI slop content. My God, I can't stand it. Just constant rage baiting, algorithms, all this terrible garbage, and it's just not a good experience anymore. More than anything, it just makes me frustrated. So because of that, I've been actually touching a lot of grass. I've been going out on hikes. I've been reading books. I've actually finished my 4th book this year. And before 2025, I haven't read a book in 10 years. I've been going on a lot more road trips. I've been visiting neighboring towns and cities. I've been going to sporting events like baseball games and hockey games. And it's been an amazing time. I want to get back into drawing and creative writing and even playing like more retro video games. All around, I've been having a pretty good time, and I'm going to be going on another trip next month. So I've been pretty happy with that. And I've been doing this without even realizing it because the internet sucks so bad right now. So let's dive right into it, okay? Because we are far past the days of flash games and watching cute little YouTube videos, because I'm old enough to remember when the internet was good. I started using the internet in 2005, and basically all the way up until 2022, I was really, really hooked. Now, to be fair, since the 2020s has started, the writing has been on the wall. The internet has been getting a lot more corporate, a lot more neutered. These algorithms have been introduced, and then with TikTok, you have the short form, slop, mindless brain rot content. But at least people were making it back then. And don't worry, we're going to get really into that AI slop later because I can't stand it. I really can't. But let's get into the popular sites, because unlike the 2000s, where we would visit maybe 20 or so cool websites, nowadays we only visit 5 websites. So the first really popular website is Reddit. And in my opinion, I think Reddit is probably the most miserable place on the internet. It's filled with just the most toxic, miserable people that you will ever see. It's basically impossible to post anything on there. And if you manage to post something on there, it's just people flaming you like crazy. And if you search anything that has to do with your city or your local area, it's just these horrible, toxic people. And it's just don't go there. You don't gain anything from going to Reddit. The only reason why you should ever go to Reddit is for some technical computer advice. And that is it. The next is Twitter. And oh my God. Now, Twitter has never really been good. But what it is now is just filled with Nazi crap and just the most just awful stuff you'll ever see. Reddit, Twitter, you gain nothing from going to those sites. So why even bother going? Just don't go. And then Instagram and Facebook, Meta, the AI slop factory. Oh my God. So why do people go to Facebook? I thought the reason why we went to Facebook was to connect with our friends and family. But nowadays, it seems like it's anything but that. All it is just rage baiting content and AI slop. And at least with TikTok back then, people were actually making the content. But now, it's not even people making the content anymore. It's this low quality, inaccurate, has this weird filter on it, and it's fake. It's fake. Why would you want to watch fake content? You want to know what we used to call fake content back in the day? Fake and gay. And that is exactly what AI slop is. It is fake garbage ass content that you should never watch. And keep in mind, like, if literally nobody put any effort into making that content, why should you give it the time of day? And, when AI first started to become a thing on the internet, we all thought like, oh, this is kind of cool. It can generate pictures. But as, the weeks went on, it became force-fed down our throats to the point where these sites and apps were basically unusable. And nowadays, whenever I see an AI thing, I'm just like, fuck you, man. It's fucking fake. I mean, they're even making like fake cat videos. Even cat videos aren't safe. Come on, man. Get out of here. It seems like the last bastion of like the old internet is YouTube. But even YouTube is starting to get pretty bad because the YouTube search is so garbage. I can't even find what I'm looking for anymore. And also, whenever I click on a video on YouTube, in the related section on the side, basically almost all the videos have nothing to do with what I'm watching. Like, what is this? So I just have an extension that takes off the recommended videos because all it is just rage baiting content, and now AI slop is starting to make its way in there. And I don't want to see that garbage. I want to see something related to what I'm seeing. If I search up a hockey video, I expect hockey videos in the related section. Not political content, not rage baiting content, not AI slop. I want to see what I'm actually watching. Man. And I had an incident on YouTube. It might have been like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, that really, really inspired me to make this video. So at work, we got access to YouTube. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch some YouTube videos at work. I click on a video, and there's no ad block. Okay, watching an ad here and there, it's not too bad. I really hate ads because, in my opinion, ads from the late 2000s and 2010s was the classic slop, where it was just more so annoying than anything because they wouldn't think. Ads from the 80s and 90s were actually, pretty good. So I click on a video, and lo and behold, I get an ad for Tai Chi and the physical benefits of Tai Chi using fake AI actors. Come on, man. And also, it's just like, I just find it very ironic that you're going to advertise the physical benefits of Tai Chi using fake people. Get out of here with this garbage. I closed the browser. I sat back in my chair. And honestly, even with everything going on in the world right now, I haven't felt that disgusted in a very, very long time. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great to buy a minivan, do a 6-month road trip across America, and not go on the internet at all? Wouldn't that be amazing? But I wouldn't. I couldn't because I gotta work for a living. And also, just Google is terrible now because now when I go to Google, I want to search something. I don't care about your AI overview. I really, really don't. Get that garbage out of here. All these tech companies are pushing this AI crap. Adobe is doing. You open up a PDF and then you get bombarded with all this crap now. And all these algorithms, that big dirty word algorithm, that's terrible too. And the reason being is because all these tech oligarchs, the tech billionaires, the tech bros, you got to keep in mind, the people in charge of these sites are not good people. They're really not. And their goal is to keep you hooked on these sites basically 24/7 so they can mine all your data for money. But here's the thing. You can defeat this really, really easily. All you got to do is turn off the phone, turn off the computer, and go outside. It's that easy. And one thing I've noticed is that compared to even a couple years ago, when I go on a mountain hike or something, there's a lot more younger people on there, even compared to 2 years ago. So I think people are starting to notice. And every single bookstore I go to pretty much is filled with people my age in their 20s. And what I'm going to say to you guys who are in your early 20s or still in your teens, or maybe you're in high school right now watching this, life is short. Okay, I'm in my late 20s now, so I got like maybe 3, 4, 5 young years left in me. Your time is so valuable, and you don't want to waste your prime. Your prime. Doom scrolling and ingesting AI slop. As soon as you can do it, travel, go see the world. I'm happy I started it in my 20s and not in my 50s. I started traveling the world at 26. But even if you don't have money, chances are if you're watching this video, you probably have a car. So hiking is free. Road trips are very cheap. I've slept out of rest stops before. I did a 5-day road trip in West Virginia, and I slept out of rest stops the entire time. So you don't even need money to do this. In terms of like reading books, you can go to your local library. You can draw pictures. You can do creative writing. You don't need money to escape this stuff. You really don't. Also, what I've been doing is I've been watching a lot of 80s content. So stuff like Unsolved Mysteries, Jeopardy from the 80s and 90s, and lots of 80s documentaries. One's about like, drugs, HIV, just issues at the time. And I've been really, really enjoying all the 80s content. Because guess what? It was during a time where people actually put effort into making the content and they respected the audience. Unlike nowadays, where it's not even people making the content and they have literally no respect for the audience. What a concept. Man. Now, obviously, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in today if it wasn't for the internet. I wouldn't even be in a relationship. I wouldn't have found about all this cool stuff that I'm into. And so I'm eternally grateful for it, obviously. But just to see just how quickly the internet has gone downhill within the span of like 2 years is just so jarring, and it's really, really sad. And I don't see this getting any better. I only see it getting worse. And what is this going to be like, 5 years from now, 20 years from now? Like, are people just going to be like brain dead just on like looking at Instagram reels with AI slop all day? I was at the cafe with my partner the other day, and beside us was this guy, and like for an entire hour he was just swiping up. It must have been Instagram or something. I'm just like, if that's how you want to spend your time, I'm not going to judge, but chances are you're probably going to regret that at some point. I think that's going to be the major regret, is just people not putting down the devices and just the modern internet. Man, the internet can still be a very good resource. I'm not going to stop making videos, obviously, but sites like Hathy Trust, very good place, archive.org, Our Campaigns, even Wikipedia. You can still learn a lot of stuff on the internet. You can still learn a foreign language. So there's still a lot of good content. But in terms of entertainment, the ratio between good and bad content, I'm sorry to say, it seems like bad content has overtaken the good content. And that's really, really sad. So, what do you do? What do you do? So, I've been living kind of more of an internet minimalist lifestyle. Obviously, I'll still I'll never fully quit the internet. But maybe it might come to that point someday. I don't know. How are you guys feeling about it? Because a lot of people are noticing, and there's nothing we can really do about it other than just touch grass and go outside. So maybe that's the answer to make the internet good again. But anyway, hopefully you enjoy this commentary. It's something I'm passionate about because, I used to like tech. I used to like computers. I used to think they were really cool. But they're not cool anymore. They're just not. So, hopefully you maybe learn something. Maybe it'll make you think about something. But anyway, more videos coming soon.